Donald Trump is on TikTok, and I want to show you some of his recent videos and discuss just in 9 seconds, I think this first video is, just so much premise. So many of the premises, I should say, are built on a foundation of lies. So to even explain that, you got to dig through nonsense, and we'll try to do that. But a lot of people see this and go, yeah. Here's Trump saying we need to bring back law and order.
We're a nation in decline. Nobody is safe. Absolutely nobody. We're going to be a strong nation again. We're going to be a safe nation again. This is safe. We're a nation in decline.
You can watch it one more time because it was so short.
Nobody is safe. Absolutely nobody. We're going to be a strong nation again. We're going to be a safe nation again. This is safe. We're a nation in decline. Nobody.
So strange. This is safe. And for our podcast listeners, he holds up handcuffs. Okay. We're a nation in decline, he says. Nobody's safe. You're not safe. But I can make you safe. That sounds weird. I can make you safe. Here's some handcuffs. No, stop it. Get your mind out of the gutter, okay? But, especially with Trump as a part of it. But it's so, I said this in the Don Jr. segment, it's so unfortunate that we have to live in this environment where partisanship and one's dedication, especially within MAGA, but it happens across the political spectrum, to their side, their team, has gone so far and beyond one's dedication to just some shared reality and some basic facts. Because I don't know if this is the case. It feels like it used to be the case that you'd still go after one another. I watched the Mitt Romney Barack Obama debate, for example. They're going after each other, maybe tweaking stats, cherry picking things to attack one another. All right. But there's less of this, let me create a whole reality that my followers are going to live in, and we're just going to pretend like that's the universe and then attack you from there. Because he's saying no one's safe. No one's safe. You're going to die unless we put handcuffs on you. And in reality, this, I know if you're a viewer, it's sort of like, why are we even talking about this? I know. But look at this. Violent crime. Steve Ratner illustrating it. This is now, okay? So if right now, no one's safe, you're going to die, you're going to be attacked, then it was far worse, not just in the year where things spiked during the pandemic, but even during all of Trump's presidency, violent crime was higher than it is right now. Really think about that. We're going to stick on it. I know we've done this. This is less about the facts, because you know that if you watch this show. More about just emotionally coping with the dishonesty. What are you doing, MAGA? You're running a campaign so premised on an idea, which is that crime's up and people are unsafe, when it's the opposite. So run on something else. Or at least give us the respect of figuring out a more compelling way to be dishonest, because it's just so weird. Look at this. It's the opposite of what he's saying. But then people, if you look at the comments, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it together, all right? If you're not already and you appreciate this show and you want to support it in an easy, free, simple way, clicking that subscribe button makes all the difference. Thank you so much. Back to the video. May God protect you in America. Lots of respect, Mr. President, from Scotland. Respect from the from Great Britain. We need you. The boss. I hope RFK Jr. joins team. Love from Poland, Mr. President. The world needs you. Respect from Papua New Guinea. Make the world... Why is there so many other countries on this? Respect the world, or make the world great again. Love from Ireland. God bless you. Respect from Finland, especially you. Nice. Someone trolled him there. Absolutely, we need you back. Love from the USA. Love you, Mr. President. We love you. Why? Because this was about making you safe, but we're safer than when he was president the entire time. Does no one know how to Google? You can just FBI crime stats and find it. And recently, Axios reports murders declined by nearly 20% beyond the already low rates in 204 cities during the first 3 months of 2024 compared to the same period last year. In some cities, I don't even like showing this because it seems so unrealistic, but Boston, in the first 3 months, homicide rates dropped by 82%. Because why not? But apparently no one's safe. Those dangerous blue cities, no one's safe in them. And then the other part of this is that, yes, Trump's a convicted felon. So the convicted felon who has a worse record on crime than Biden-Harris is saying put him into office because that's how we're going to become safer again. Another part of this that's really important is the tone that is brought to the discussion of this election compared between Vice President Kamala Harris and Trump. We'll look at this comparison, then we'll get back to Trump's TikToks.
I see an America where we hold fast to the fearless belief that built our nation.
We are indeed a nation in decline.
It is now our turn to do what generations before us have done, guided by optimism.
It's a massive invasion at our southern border that has spread misery, crime, poverty, disease, and destruction.
I will be a president who unites us.
Crazy Nancy Pelosi.
And we watched this already, so I'll stop it there. But do you really want a president who thinks that low of our country in Trump? I'm so sick of the... It's so transparent. It's so simple. And I say it again. I know I'm a broken record, all right? I almost said broken clock. That would have been the wrong point. I'm a broken clock, right twice a day, all right? No, broken record, because I keep coming back to this, but MAGA. It's insulting to you. It's so embarrassing that you allow him to treat you like this. He thinks that if he opens up Authoritarian 101, pick a group to be the other, pretend like they're invading and festering in the country, bringing crime and disease, scare the out of people that they're going to be murdered, and then use that to attain power and enact authoritarian ambitions. And you go for it. He's asked about, as an example of a real issue, he's asked about prices being too high. And that's one that I'm not saying he's insulting you for bringing that up. I totally understand why you'd be concerned with that. And they ask him, what would you do, Mr. President? And he says, drill, baby, drill. Bring back oil production. We need to bring back American energy, liquid gold, under our feet. But just like the violent crime stats I showed you, but that's the opposite of what makes any sense based on reality, because we're currently producing record oil production in the United States, and we're currently off the charts energy production. So that can't be the solution by itself. What else? Liquid gold. Okay, you are. So my point is, clearly he doesn't have a solution. You can't just like someone because they scream about problems that you have. You have to, yes, have someone who identifies the problems, but then can come up with solutions. Unbelievable. Here's another one of Trump's TikToks.
Too big to rig. Better be. Too big to rig. We're going to make America great again. And that's for our veterans right there. Too big to rig. Better be.
So what he's saying is too big to rig, which is their new catchphrase. Too big to rig, which is to say they're going to win by such a large margin. that we won't be able to rig the election. And he's talking more about the election being stolen because he's scared that he's going to lose. He talked less about it when he was less scared, when he thought he was going to win. All right, now it's going to be legitimate, don't worry. But whenever he's scared he's going to lose Kamala Harris, now he's back to it might be rigged. We need to win in such big margins that they can't rig it. And I'm really worried for what comes. I'm excited if Kamala Harris wins, but I'm worried what MAGA's going to do. And we've been hearing stuff like this from Trump.
And our primary focus is not to get out the vote. It's to make sure they don't cheat. Because we have all the votes you need. You can see it. Every house along the way has signs. Trump, 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 Trump Vance, Trump Vance. And by the way, Vance is doing a great job.
Yeah, so when you convince people that you don't even need more votes, which is what he's saying, we have all the votes we need. We just don't want to be cheated out of the election. But we don't even need to get more votes. We watched that compilation of him over and over saying, I don't even need any more votes. Don't worry about getting people to vote. Just make sure they don't cheat. What he's doing seems really strategically bizarre. To tell people, don't even worry about getting your friends to vote. We have plenty. Which is not what's being shown in the polls. But there's some strategy to it. It's just a strange thing to focus on now because why wouldn't he just only focus his strategy on winning? But he's also setting up, and this is where the intentionality comes in, he's setting up claims of stolen elections. So if for months he's been saying, guys, there's no way we could lose unless it was stolen. I'm so confident in that, I'll say, I don't even need more people to vote for me. Okay, we got it. Unless they steal it. Then in MAGA world, you're more credible for saying the election was stolen. See, I said it so long ago. We all thought there was no way we could lose, and then we lost by a solid margin. What? And that really freaks me out because we saw what that led to last time around. Let me know what you thought of that in the comments. If you want to get extra content daily, you can do so by clicking the join button below.